Hi everyone, I'm Betty, and this is my first capstone project. My project has to do with mental illness, all types of mental illness, because I think that mental illness is really something that is plaguing our society right now, and it's something that's not given a lot of attention to. So my essential question is, how do we educate the public about mental illness to both encourage recognition of disorders and reduce the stigma around them? So there is a stat that says that 3 out of 4 people who have mental illness feel as if they are labeled by their disease. And by labeled, meaning that people see them only as someone with a mental illness is not as just someone. Um, and so there are also many people out there who struggle with depression, anxiety, OCD, and many other disorders who go completely undiagnosed, mostly because people aren't completely confident about the symptoms of these diseases. And so they're not ready, they don't recognize it, and the people who actually do have these diseases struggle and suffer more with them. So my primary question is, what is the best way to teach high school students about the symptoms and conditions of different mental illness? I think one of the best places to start to educate people about mental illness is certainly the classroom. I think that it's a place where it's a very intellectual place, and it's the right environment to actually help people understand the symptoms of these diseases. And um, so some of my, just like two of my secondary questions are what methods of learning help high school students retain the most information, which is kind of a question that teachers also struggle to answer, and how much does a typical student discuss mental health? I feel like after I want mental illness to be like a typical subject talked about, and not in kind of like a derogatory way, more of in like this is important, we should be talking about it. And so for my final project, I envision myself designing a website, and the website is going to have tons of information on mental illness, and the information is going to be very readable. It's not going to be difficult. It's not supposed to be something that students take notes on. It's supposed to be very easy to read, and you can just click on a page and you'll be able to get this whole bunch of information without much effort. Um, in secondary, on that page, I want a few like puzzles, games, just to make sure that people actually retain the information that they are reading. And lastly, I also want some audio and video snippets because I don't think we should see mentally ill people as a list of symptoms, but rather actual people. And I think that's an important attitude to have about people with mental illness. Lastly, I was hoping that we could have that thing where every visit the website gets $1 is donated to a cause. I'm not sure how that would happen, but it would mean a lot to me if we would be able to donate to Project Left. And Project Left is this organization that supports people with mental illness and helps them get through their day and life a lot easier. So, thank you.